This is the beneficial use approval of associated water, including coal seam gas water from the Queensland Government's Department of Environment and Heritage Protection. In the document, under definitions, it states beneficial use includes reusing or recycling a resource. And the term associated water means underground water taken or interfered with. The term includes all contaminants suspended or dissolved within the water. Under the legislative framework, it is waste, then approved to be used as a beneficial use waste by the department's chief executive, then it is used as a resource. But under general monitoring and operating conditions, the monitoring for the water quality criteria listed in Condition 8 must be undertaken by the producer of the waste themselves. So beneficial use waste is self-regulated by the same companies and corporations that are creating the waste. Now let me show you how easy it is for the coal seam gas industry to unlawfully dump their waste, assisted by the deception of the beneficial use legislation. This is an Ensign unconventional gas rig, rig number 962. But from the air, we get a bird's eye view at what is a pitless drilling operation. When I stop the video here, you can see the associated tanks involved in pitless gas drilling, such as these and these. They're trailer mounted tanks with numerous discharge outlets. Do not transport when water is above this mark. Transport where? You see, pitless drilling evidently avoids the risks associated with open pits. Arrow Energy, Shell PetroChina, is leading the way in pitless drilling in Australia. Arrow states, Arrow is moving to pitless drilling as standard use, which means storing waste in portable, temporary tanks rather than conventional pits. But I have a really simple question, and that is, what happens to this toxic waste? I need you to focus on this tanker that is filling from the Ensign rig number 962 temporary tanks. This exact tanker, more specifically, it's a tox-free tanker, which leads us to solution number 1 for the beneficial use of unconventional gas toxic waste, which is road spraying. I followed this tanker spraying the road on foot for over 2 kilometres. He pulled into a drill rig site after he had emptied the contents of his tanker. Which drill rig site? Ensign rig number 962. He now goes to refill yet again, filling yet another tanker full of coal seam gas drilling waste. But who is tox-free, claiming to be safe, reliable and sustainable? Tox-free is one of Australia's leading integrated waste management and industrial service providers. With in excess of 35 locations nationally, they boast about protecting the environment and how well they protect their people. Their safety mantra is harm-free, with no harm to people, no harm to the environment and no harm to resources. However, I find myself being slightly skeptical of their safety mantra with Tox-Free's strong ties to the oil and gas industry. So now let us investigate solution number 2 for the beneficial use of unconventional gas toxic waste, which is land spraying. This is Newgrove's waste disposal facility in Kogan, Queensland, Australia. The footage you're seeing here I filmed through my high-powered scope and camera combination at over 2,000 metres. Here at the Kogan and Newgrove facility we have another tox-free tanker disposing of waste. Please take notice of the driver executing the complex task of disposing of his waste load. It involves one hose connected to the back of the tanker. And the other end of the hose being fed into Newgrove's toxic sump pit. The tox-free driver then meets with the NewGrow employee to perhaps fill in some paperwork. Waste disposal is an extremely lucrative business. The tox-free driver then returns and with extreme precision replaces the hose back onto the tox-free trailer. You see, you need to understand this process is repeated many times a day, every day of the week in gas fields around the world. It's toxic, but it's not complicated, and it certainly is not monitored or regulated. This tox-free driver then leaves to fill another load full of CSG waste. NewGrow then pump this waste via their centre pivot irrigator and spray it onto the ground. But who is NewGrow? They're Queensland's largest organic waste recyclers. NewGrow claims waste from resources doesn't need to be a wasted resource. NewGrow state contractors and owners can redirect massive volumes of waste such as CSG byproducts including CSG drill muds, brine sludge, oily water, septic tank waste and food waste. Zero effort, lower costs, maximum savings are obtained by NewGrow spraying waste onto the ground. NewGrow of course include membership to the Queensland Resources Council, but you may well be familiar with their products sold throughout Australia such as New Premium, New Commercial, New Top Dress and New Compost. Here are NewGrow's facilities including the Kogan Waste Facility. So NewGrow's Kogan Waste Facility primarily accepts green waste, CSG muds and fluids, food waste, effluent, biosolids and manures. These are recycled into land additives or into NewGrow's high-grade compost, which you may well have purchased for your garden at home. So NewGrow and Tox-Free benefit from the waste made by Enzyme, Origin, QGC, Santos, Shell PetroChina, and many more who are setting the precedent for the beneficial use of CSG waste throughout Australia. Will this be your backyard? This is your backyard.